It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and it is my pleasure to be with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll be watching the Houston Rockets playing against the San Antonio Spurs. Well, for San Antonio, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. Always a show being put on by one of the featured players in our game tonight, James Harden. Last season, we saw him go on an absolute scoring rampage. Shaq, is he the best offensive player in the league?
He's in the top three. You know, he has the ability to hit shots from anywhere. He could take it to the rack. He gets guys in foul trouble. But I have yet to see a guy guard him effectively. So, you know, he's in the top three, Ernie.
For my dinero, for my money.
I know what dinero is.
Just in case you weren't bilingual.
I thought you were talking about Robert De Niro.
See, okay. Exactly. So some of us aren't bilingual. I would have that guy take my last shot. He is
over Steph Curry?
For the money.
Stop it.
Because he can get to the rim and get the foul.
Stop it.
And get to the free throw line. For my dinero.
Stop it.
Not my dollars, but my dinero.
Have you ever had a beard, Kenny?
A beard?
Yeah.
That's very random, but no, I have not.
Like James Harden. I mean, no. James Harden's got the free-flowing
Yeah, that's true. I've never had a beard ever. I had a goatee.
Uh-huh.
That's the best
mustache.
I could do.
You had a little baby mustache.
Yeah, I had a baby mustache.
I remember.
It was a little extra thick, too.
The Groucho Marx.
Yes.
That's going to wrap it up for us from here for now. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you later on, whether you like it or not.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. A battle in the Western Conference. This Houston crowd hoping to watch their Rockets come out on top. Tip-off goes to Houston. And the starting group for the Spurs. Parker and Green are the guard pairing. Kawhi Leonard is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Duncan in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here's Durant. Shot off the screen. That's good.
You know, it's hard not to think of great shooting when you think of Kevin Durant. What he's really worked on over the past few years, though, is his playmaking. He's averaging 4 to 5 assists a game these days. Impressive.
Parker. And it's sent back by Howard. And here's the fast break. Durant leading the way. Kicks to Lawson. The wide open look for Durant. That one falls, coming off Lawson's feet.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Parker against Lawson. Parker dishes to Leonard. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Lawson outside. Here's Harden on the wing. It's rebounded by Leonard.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Leonard on the wing. Parker passes to Aldridge. Fades and shoots. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Aldridge has got his first 2 points.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Now here's Harden. Lawson in the corner. The 3. And that one's good. Lawson's got his first 3 points of the game.
That was some slick passing from Harden on that one.
Spurs have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. And Parker, here we go. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And for LaMarcus Aldridge, always praised for his terrific shooting. His rebounding, as we know, Greg, has always been fantastic. Over the past 2 seasons, he's averaged double-digit boards.
And that's why so many teams wanted him in this last free agency period. His ability to put points on the board as well as clean the boards. What a deadly combination.
You know, on the topic of Aldridge's rebounding, I mean, he doesn't do it by banging people around. He does it with positioning, timing, and length. And you can say that about most of his game. Quietly, effective, and impactful.
Both shots good from the stripe.
And guys, going back to Aldridge, last season was a difficult one for him. He had the torn ligament in his left thumb, but still fought through it to become the Blazers' all-time leader in rebound. Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. And Parker, here we go. A second chance effort. They shoot again. The shot misses. And it's Houston the other way. Harden kicks to Lawson. Howard in the post. Aldridge is covering. No good from Howard.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Green. Here's Leonard. The 10-footer finds the target.
You love for any trip down the floor to end with a shot like that.
The Rockets have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Now Harden, left side Lawson. Now here's Howard. It's rebounded by Leonard. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Aldridge wide open, he fires, and the 3 ball is good. Aldridge has got 7.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Lawson's against Leonard, and Lawson with the drive, and the shot is good.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
And San Antonio shooting well right out of the gates here at around 50%. Now here's Parker. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one, and that is good.
Yeah, strong move to the basket there. Nice power to get that up and in.
Rockets trail. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kevin McHale gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. He talked about the respect he has for the game of LaMarcus Aldridge and how tough it will be for them to slow him down, saying Aldridge is tough because he can score facing up or with his back to the basket. And with his length, it's tough to bother his shot. We'll look to deny him the ball when we can and just try to make it as hard as possible every touch. Kevin, will see how successful they are.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. And here is Durant. Modiunas a screen on Parker. The dish to Modiunas. A shot by Lawson, wide open. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
It's Parker with the drive. And it's sent back by Howard.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Durant, no good.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Parker kicks to Aldridge. Modiunas with the steal. Lawson outside. Here's Harden on the wing. 18 feet out. San Antonio with the rebound. Outside, Green. Duncan with it. And it's Howard picking him up. They set the pick. Duncan kicks to Parker. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Parker. Drops in the tray. Parker's got 5 points so far.
And those are two teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation. In a season where everyone in the Southwest made it to the playoffs, you just knew it was going to be a war of attrition night in and night out. Still, the Rockets managed to come out on top in the division.
Shot clock at 5. They get the rebound.
High quality shot, just a little off there with the release.
And Greg, that has him S-H-H-ing, shaking his head. Tough miss that time.
Clark. Leonard, no luck. Rockets trail by 4. Lawson outside. The pass to Durant. Screened by Howard. And here's Harden for 3. Rebound, San Antonio.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
Now here's Duncan, looking for his first basket still in this one. The 19-foot shot, and Aldridge the kid on the assist by Parker. Now it's a 6-point Spurs lead.
How nice was that? Aldridge has such great form and extension on that shot.
There's a screen by Modiunas. It's Harden with the drive. Pass to Modiunas. Trying to find Durant. He's got it now. Cans the shot from the wing. Durant's got 6 points.
He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
Lawson against Parker. He feeds it to Green. A 3 from Leonard. Another miss by Leonard. Rockets trail by 4. Harden dishes to Lawson. Back to Harden. All sorts of time, and he gets the bucket.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Parker outside. Modiunas grabs the miss.
This shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
For 3, Lawson, good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 3 assists now in this one.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Last season for James Harden was easily his best yet. Finished second in the MVP race. Put up huge numbers with career highs in points per game scoring. Greg at more than 27 a game.
And also carried that Rockets team that dealt with a plethora of injuries, mainly to Dwight Howard. And second in the league in scoring, narrowly losing out to Russell Westbrook, who just went on a tremendous tear the second half of the season. And then also finished runner-up in the MVP race.
So for the Rockets, Jones checked in for Howard. Riza comes in for Modiunas. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Ty Lawson. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. David West, he's checked in for Duncan. Diaw comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Manu Ginobili's checked in for Daniel Green. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker. Now here's Ginobili. West outside. Ariza against Leonard. West. Good work defensively by Jones.
And for Harden coming in second in the MVP race, he had a lot of first-place votes, and nobody knew if he or Curry would win the award. In most other seasons, he would have won the MVP.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Ginobili outside. Diaw with a screen on Harden. Diaw with a wide-open look. That shot's good on the assist by Ginobili.
And for Harden last year, he could have easily have won the MVP, probably would have in other seasons. His big talking point for the award was how he carried the Rockets on his back. And he might have been the most valuable player to his team with the performances he had last year.
And the shot is good.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose, the D hasn't been able to keep up.
Now here's Mills, looking for his first basket still in this one. Ginobili against Harden. Ginobili the pass to Diop. It's a big high bounce and goes in.
It's like everybody is in a rhythm right now. Incredible stuff here early on.
Both teams playing downhill. You know, coaches say that all the time. You want to play downhill. Well, at some point you think somebody's got to cool off in this one, right?
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
We've got 1:23 left to play in the first. Mills, that's a two-pointer. And the shot's good after hitting off the rim. 1:10 left here in the opening quarter. Harden outside. It's Durant on the wing. Here's the screen. Again, the Rockets score.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Mills with it. Pass to Diop. West up on top. And Ginobili wide open. He shoots. No good with the triple.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
A reason to look.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Ginobili against Beverly. West kicks to Mills. The shot's good on the assist by West. Mills has got his second basket of the game.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. The Rockets on top, leading by just 2. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And Rockets head coach Kevin McHale spent some time with us in the broadcast booth, but he said it just wasn't the same. He missed that competition. That's an interesting perspective on competitiveness and what happens when you're no longer in the thick of it, especially, Clark, when you're as physical a player as McHale was.
Yeah, you know, I certainly understand where he's coming from. I mean, I'm living it in many ways, but for me, it's about the love of the game and sharing that with so many other people who love the same things I do, whether they ever played or not. There's some common ground even outside of the competitive court.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for them early on.
And the other thing, though, is their execution in terms of their ball movement has been flawless. Sets up a lot of easy scoring opportunities.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And so in the game for the Rockets, Mota Eunice and Howard, the post pair. Brewer is out there with Lawson, and it's Ariza in at the small forward position.
Well, one thing about Ty Lawson is he's very good at attacking the defense. Gets inside without a problem and knows how to set up teammates.
Ty Lawson hits them both. And for Lawson, he is great when he attacks. He does obviously create well for his team on drives. Interesting player, certainly, but playing with a team that's growing and pretty young around him.
A good point. And, you know, last season, Lawson averaged about 13 points for his team off of his own drives. I mean, that means 13 points a night would be a direct result of him attacking the rim. That's second in the league and a stat that only trailed James Harden.
I think that would surprise some people.
Yes.
That is his shot, guys. So you can't just give it to him. You've got to get up on him and get into his airspace there.
And Ginobili, here we go. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there.
And, guys, Manu Ginobili's relationship with Greg Popovich has been really interesting over the years. In the beginning, Pop obviously had a rigid system. Ginobili played with a lot more freestyle and freewheeling nature. The two clashed heavily early on, as one might expect.
And the first one at the line is good. Getting back to Ginobili and Popovich, everyone thought Popovich would break Ginobili of his reckless ways, but in fact, it was the opposite.
Yeah. Pop recognized he had something special in Ginobili, and it ended up changing his own philosophy, which I think speaks to the greatness of Greg Popovich. He was quoted as saying, he does things, Ginobili, that win games. It taught me to watch a little bit more and not be so micromanagement-like, and not sure Pop's ever said that about anybody else.
Now, here is Lawson. Down low. It's tipped. It's stolen by Duncan. Lawson's against Ginobili. Out left to the wing. Parker with no one around. Once again off the mark by San Antonio.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Brewer dishes to Lawson. Now the feed to Brewer. That is in there. Lawson with the assist. Lawson's got 3 assists in the game. And the Spurs with possession. It's a 5-point game. Parker kicks to Aldridge. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Duncan, a screen. Feeds it to Green. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Buries it from 3-point range. Green's got his first 3 points of the game.
What a pass by the fearless Manu Ginobili. Great teamwork.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Aniu's no luck.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I'm about as shocked as you are, Clark.
Outside, Green. Just his first attempt. And Duncan gets it to go on the assist from Green. Duncan's got it all tied up now for the Spurs. Houston's gone to 3-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Guys, thank you. I got a chance to hear what Greg Popovich was saying to his team. The focus of the discussion was getting their offense to run through LaMarcus Aldridge. Coach said the first thing they should be thinking about is getting the ball in his hands and letting him lead the way on each and every possession. Well, Coach not wasting any time in tweaking the game plan. We'll see if it makes a difference as we approach halftime, Kevin.
And as always, Doris, thank you. Here's Parker, following the basket by Moniunas. Aldridge with a screen on Lawson. It's Ginobili outside. Can't hit, so Houston will take it the other way.
And the Spurs being the defending champions out west heading into last year, but they would end up 6th in the conference with a record of 55-27. Had a record of 32-20 against the rest of the West.
And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That is on Ty Lawson.
And so last season for Tony Parker, somewhat of a shift. I mean, he was solid, but injuries cost him a few games. He also had his lowest assist and points per game totals since his rookie year, but he fought through like the champion that he is.
He misses the free throw. Last year, a big challenge for Tony Parker. He was in his 14th season, obviously. Every great player needs to transform his game as he gets on in age. Clark, we've seen it with the great ones. Parker did put up the highest three-point percentage of his career last year.
And he also ran the offense with tremendous poise and professionalism and cut down the turnover average as well, the lowest of his career.
It's not really a surprise at this point, but the Spurs were in the playoffs last year. 18th consecutive appearance.
Yeah, and they weren't in that usual top 3 spot, though. Although, had they won the last game, instead of being the 6th, they would have been the 2nd. Didn't have that home court advantage, and as they went up against the Clippers, it really cost them in that 7th game.
And against the Clippers, the Spurs didn't have home court advantage. I mean, ended up playing a big part in that series. They ended up losing in Game 7 in Staples with some questionable timekeeping, but that's not why they lost.
The Rockets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. That's good from Ty Lawson.
And that Spurs series sure didn't feel like a first-round matchup. I mean, you could have easily have seen either team playing for the title, regardless of who won the series. Both teams acknowledged that it felt like a conference finals matchup.
That one is no good.
And the Rockets have lost out on some free agent wars the past few years. They have remained competitive, but you wonder what could have been if they landed or kept some of those big names.
Now here's Lawson following the miss by LaMarcus Aldridge. Lawson with it. Picked up by Aldridge. A nice shot by Howard.
In that height, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
And with the Rockets, it's no secret that they take a very analytical approach to team building. Greg, you and I have talked about that. And Clark, you wonder if that hurts them in free agency.
Well, when your front office makes no qualms about viewing players as simply just assets, it can be a hard sell to a free agent.
And he gets it to go.
Here it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number 1 for them right now.
Now here's Parker. He's got 6 from deep. Green, and the rebound goes to Howard. Lawson against Parker. Lawson right side. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Well, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
Last season was difficult for Dwight Howard, to say the least, across the board. Worse since, in fact, his rookie year.
Yeah, he just wasn't able to stay healthy. I mean, looks dominant in spurts. Gets you thinking, okay, he's back. Then his body betrays him.
Spurs trail by 6.
And talking about Howard, always a perennial double-doubles leader. Last year, through the injuries, he dropped down to 23 total double-doubles. But that was in only 41 games, so the average over an 82-game stretch would have put him in the top 5 once again. So clearly, he has a lot left when he's healthy.
Rockets leading by 4. Motiejunas a screen on Green. Lawson the pass to Motiejunas. That is in there. Lawson with the assist. Motiejunas has got 6.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Aldridge dishes to Parker. Duncan, a screen. And Ginobili. Here we go. It's tipped. Here's Ariza. He has 5. Brewer. Duncan with the block. Now Ginobili. He dishes it to Parker. Aldridge a screen. Fires the three. Parker's shot is off. Rockets are gone 7 for 10 here in the second quarter. They'd like to keep up that nice pace. Ariza no luck.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Dishes it to Maniunas. Connects from three-point range. Maniunas has got 9.
You know, what an advantage he brings to this offense, guys. I mean, being able to drain the three ball, that really can spread a defense and extend the defense as well.
Parker outside. Another miss by Parker.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Parker with the steal. Ginobili outside. Passes it to Aldridge. 14 feet away. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. He's got 17. Rockets leading by 7. Lawson outside. Out left to the wing. Shot clock at 5. To the left side wing. Not enough on that one as it misses.
You could tell he assumed he'd be able to beat the defensive coverage even though it was all over.
Now here's Brewer, guarded by Green. And Brewer kicks to Lawson. Howard against Duncan. Back to Lawson. Plays it up and banks it in. Lawson's got the lead up to 9 now for Houston.
Kevin, he's definitely making his presence felt here in the first half. He's been very effective so far.
Aldridge. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. 19 points for Aldridge. Houston's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. And Lawson, here we go. No good. Excellent D there from Parker. Spurs trail by 7. Duncan, the pass to Aldridge. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Ginobili against Ariza. Duncan with the bucket. Duncan's got 4 this quarter.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividend.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they have
Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they're not backing off at all.
And that replay is sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Jones checked in for Howard. Durant comes in for Maniunas. James Harden, he's checked in for Corey Brewer. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Ty Lawson. Beverley against Parker. And it's blocked. But they get it back. Kicks it to Dion. From deep. It's rebounded by Houston.
And sometimes he can hit that deep three, but it's not a high percentage shot for him.
Yeah, even for him, that's out of his range.
Durant. Well, you knew something was amiss with Durant last year. They eventually shut him down for the entire season after he was injured, which was the safe thing to do, and Greg, the right thing to do.
Absolutely. When you have a franchise player trying to work back from injury, no need to try and get a few more games from him at the risk of derailing his career.
Durant hits them both.
What a performance from Durant here. He's got 13 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
Now here's Mills. He's guarded closely. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
1:37 left in the first half of basketball. Parker against Beverly. Parker drives in. Now here's Mills. He has 6. 6 to shoot. To the inside. Here's West. Knocks down the 10-footer.
Crisp pass into the paint.
1:11 left in the second quarter. Rockets leading by 7. Leonard with the steal. Here's Parker. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Parker's got 8 points.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Spurs trail by 5. Diaw, the screen. Right wing from 18 feet away. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. He has 6.
Nice pass there to set that bucket up.
And that's 10 of their last 12 points that have come off assists.
Durant attacking. Harden inside the three-point line. San Antonio with the rebound. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
You see the benefit of knocking down baskets consecutively because it leads to the confidence growing and growing.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
There's 18 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Parker against Beverly. Free throw line jump shot. Here's Diaw. Kept alive. It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from David West.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Rockets lead by 3. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Dwight, what's your assessment of the team you're playing here tonight?
They're a tough team. You know, they play hard, they play together, they move the ball, and they know how to play within the offense, you know. And we've been doing a better job on the defensive end, and I think tonight we came out with the right mentality. We just got to keep it up.
Dwight, thank you. They know they've got their hands full, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Doris, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back in there for the start of the third quarter after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And an exhilarating first half, to be sure. Welcome back. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be breaking down all the action for you. Ty Lawson led the way in the first half. He had 18 points, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. Some great work from him in the first 2 quarters. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
Well, they called the right plays, and then they executed them. Great job in the first half. That's why they were so efficient, and they shot so accurately. The defense threw a number of different looks at them, but they were always prepared because they were cool, calm, and efficient.
Shaq, let's get your thoughts on San Antonio.
Well, it was a huge first half for their bench, a.k.a. the others, played pretty good. When you get a boost like this, it always gives the team a lift. And given how well the others are contributing, we'll probably continue to see more minutes for them in the second half. Starters or not, when players are producing, you got to ride them, cowboy.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We're going to sit right here and wait for the end of the game and talk at you again.
Welcome back, everyone. We're ready to get going again as this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports continues. Players are topped off with Gatorade, hydrated, and ready to get going again as well.
We've seen LaMarcus Aldridge getting it done. 19 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
On the court right now for the Spurs, the always reliable Parker and Green in the backcourt. Aldridge out there with Duncan, and it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. Well, looking back on last season, you could see the Rockets were tough at home. They just were relentless at going at teams.
Yeah, how about a 30-11 record last year? And a lot of close ones for them, but that home crowd at times could just really will them to victory.
As it did help.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. And guys, Tim Duncan still dominant after 18 years. You know, he's reshaped his body. He has gotten a brand new diet, which he says has had a huge benefit. We saw it in the playoffs last year. Greg, I think, you know, he probably was one of the top 5 overall performers in last year's playoffs.
No doubt about it. We continue to write this guy off, Kevin, and he just continues to defy Father Time. I mean, there was a point where he was starting to feel the wear and tear, especially in his knees, but being the competitor he is, he decided to dictate to his body rather than letting his body dictate to him.
About 1 minute played here in the second half. Leonard kicks to Aldridge. A second chance effort. Shot is off. The Rockets go the other way with it. Harden outside. There's a screen by Modi Yunus. It's Harden with the drive, and he gets it to go. And now a 5-point Houston lead.
You know, getting back to Duncan, when you talk to his teammates, they'll tell you he's disciplined. He maintains a strict diet, does off-the-floor training, from boxing to swimming, throwing tires, running in the sand. That keeps him motivated and engaged.
And here comes Lawson, leading the fast break. Harden kicks to Durant. Some solid defense from Aldridge. Spurs trail by 5. To the wing on the left. It's Parker with the drive. And that one's good. Parker's got 4 this quarter.
And talking about Duncan's new look, Coach Popovich had an interesting quote. Pop said, I look at him and tell him, you look like Sprewell used to look. Just skin and bones, ligaments and tendons. I mean, but you know what? You can't argue with success, and not many people have had more than Tim Duncan.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
And Parker, here we go. And the wide open shot from Green. Off target with his 3.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Screen by Howard. And Harden wide open. He shoots. That one falls. Coming off Lawson's feet.
A nice start to the second half. Just 1 miss in their first 5 attempts.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Kevin, Greg Popovich was just going over the plan with his team. The focus of the discussion was getting their offense to run through LaMarcus Aldridge. Coach reminded his guys that he is the centerpiece of their offense, and he's the one they want with the most freedom to operate. Those are likely not the last adjustments they make today, guys. There's still time left in this one. Back to you, Kevin.
And thank you for that, Doris. Rockets leading by 8. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Here's Durant. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Harden against Green. Parker kicks to Leonard. Inside, Aldridge. And it's Durant with the rebound. Rockets have gone 4-6 from the field since the start of the third. He kicks it to Lawson. Durant against Green. And Montiunas the basket on the assist by Durant. And it's a 10-point Houston lead.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in. Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
And here's Duncan. Parker outside. 5 to shoot. Shoots from 14. It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from LaMarcus Aldridge. For Houston, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Leonard with the steal. It's rebounded by Houston. Harden's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And it's sent back by Aldridge. Leonard attacking, shoots from the baseline. That's good. Leonard's got 6 points. Rockets leading by 4. To the middle. Here's Montiunas. That one falls, coming off Lawson's feet. Lawson's got his 8th assist in the game. And San Antonio shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. Leonard dishes to Parker. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. And of course, Tony Parker, so big for San Antonio in those championship runs. But word on the street was that Spurs coach Greg Popovich didn't always go easy on Tony. He really pushed him to the limit.
You know, it started back when Tony was invited to the Spurs summer camp before the 2001 draft. One of the scouts was really physical with Tony, really hard time, and that was really the start of his maturation process in learning to deal with the NBA.
Corey Brewer's checked in for Montiunas. And San Antonio also making a switch. Ginobili's checked in. And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
And, you know, getting back to Popovich's relationship with Tony Parker, Pop made the decision to draft Parker. So he obviously saw something. But Pop's a perfectionist, and if you're going to play point guard for him, you've got to deliver consistently.
Ginobili the pass to Parker. Aldridge with it. 23 points in the game. Ginobili with the 3. Dwight Howard pulls it in. Rockets leading by 5.
And talking about Tony Parker, Pop's tough love with him really paid off. Tony eventually became incredibly consistent, culminating with him being named the Finals MVP back in '07.
Now the dish to Aldridge. Excellent D from Howard. Rockets have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Lawson kicks to Harden. Outside Durant. Shot clock at 6. Jacks up a 3. LaMarcus Aldridge grabs the miss. Aldridge has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Parker outside. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Parker. And the pass to Duncan. The fadeaway. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Duncan's got 6.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Here's Howard. Duncan with the block. And he recovers it. Goes up again, and as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here for the Rockets. Jones checked in for Howard. Reza comes in for Kevin Durant, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Ty Lawson. Then for the Spurs, David West, he's checked in for Duncan. Diaw comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge, and it's Mills in for Parker. And it's the Rockets with the ball. They've led by as much as 10. Harden outside. 3 on the clock. Pull from the top of the key. They get it again.
Yeah, showing some strength in the paint there. Tough rebound.
Ginobili misses. Rockets leading by 3. To stop the drought. Again, the miss by Harden. San Antonio's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Ginobili dishes to West. Leonard on the wing. Puts one up from 19. He squares up and sinks it. Leonard's got 8. Houston's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Here's Beverley. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Rocket 6. Jones with the screen on Ginobili. Here's Harden. Another miss by Houston.
The mechanics totally out of whack right now. He's lost his feel for the shot.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, just totally out of sync. I mean, you can just see it in the numbers. Nothing going down for him right now.
Diaw sets the pick for Leonard. Hits the three-point bomb. Leonard's got 7 now in this quarter.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
The San Antonio Spurs, a team that has had such a strong core and is so disciplined, Clark, it's hard to see them struggle, even think of them struggling, even on the road.
Well, you know, last season they did have trouble at times on the road, but 22 and 19, still not too bad.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Pass to Mills. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Houston. Harden outside. Can they get it? And it's good on the way in. Poole's got the game tied up here for the Rockets.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded-out physical game.
That's the kind of look they can continue to go with. Maybe that'll help them create some separation on the scoreboard.
And it's Beverley missing.
That's what we call good defense in the paint, worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
And the Rockets with possession here. Harden sets the pick for Beverley. Back to Harden. Four on the shot clock. Ariza has the open look. Another miss by Houston. Here's San Antonio now. They're on a 16-4 run right now. Ginobili kicks to Mills. Diaw, the pass to Leonard. Diaw, the screen. Back to Ginobili. With the teardrop, it's good. The assist that time from Diaw. And it's a 4-point San Antonio lead.
That is an elegant move to drop in the floater there, guys.
To the paint. And it's Terrence Jones with the finish.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that. Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
There's a good screen. The three from Harden, and that one's good. Harden's got 16 points.
He's starting to feel it. He's in a groove here in the second half.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Mills dishes to Diaw. He feeds it to Ginobili. Diaw, the screen. And it comes off the front of the rim. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Now Beverly. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. To the middle, here's Jones. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on Ginobili.
They got to bring the double team on him.
I would have already sort of expected to see that.
Moniunas is checked in for Houston. And San Antonio also making a switch. Green, he's checked in for Manu Ginobili. The Rockets shooting their 7th free throw attempt here. San Antonio trailing here. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Now here's Mills, defended by Beverly. Off the pick. Here's Diaw. Cranes the three-pointer. Diaw's got 9. Clark, third quarter here, and 5 lead changes so far.
Yeah, it's really been a bit of a tug of war. Back and forth we go.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Harden. Great tee that time from Green.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. It's San Antonio leading by just 1. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter, and if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. Rockets trail. Moniunas and Howard, the post pair. Lawson out there with Harden. And it's Durant in at the 3. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets.
He didn't have a single three-pointer in the first, but here he is knocking them down.
And San Antonio shooting 49% on the game. They'll take that. Duncan with the screen for Parker. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
Well, he had 1 three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
That's good.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
They set the pick. Pass to Duncan. Leonard against Moniunas. Here's Aldridge. The 9-footer's on the mark. Aldridge has got 25 points in the game.
And they'll be counting on even more points from him. That's essential if they're going to pull this game out.
Moniunas, a screen on Leonard. And Lawson with the drive. And the jam by Moniunas.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Spurs trail by 4. Parker kicks to Leonard. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. 6 on the shot clock. 17-foot shot on the way. Almost, but it rolls out. Rockets leading by 4. San Antonio with the rebound. Leonard's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Parker drives in, and it's sent back by Howard. And the rejection by Leonard. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
Yeah, and it doesn't hurt to be on fire from beyond. They have been really good from the three-point line. Listen, Kawhi Leonard hasn't been in the league for a long time, but he's feeling right at home. He said last season he wants to remain a Spur for life.
Durant hits them both.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
The feed now to Leonard. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
Houston leading by 6. Harden the pass to Lawson. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. And that one's good. Lawson's got 20 points. And for Leonard to hear players say that a lot, but rarely before they reach the end of their rookie contract.
Yeah, I think Leonard just realizes what a special situation he found himself in. I mean, he is the complete package as a player and custom made for how the Spurs like to play and do things.
And something not a lot of people talk about, Ty Lawson's defense. He has the lateral quickness, Clark, and strong lower body that gives, point guards fits.
Yeah, he's like a fire hydrant in terms of his build and strength. He's a good ball defender, but he gambles sometimes, so that can cut both ways. He'll get steals, but he'll also put you in tough positions defensively.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Kevin, Greg Popovich was just going over the plan with his team. He talked about their problems at the free throw line, but tried not to make too big a deal out of it. He said, listen, if we keep getting to the line, the ball will start going through the net. The important thing is keep getting there. Maybe that'll take a little pressure off them, guys.
Parker outside. Feeds to Aldridge. Shoots from the block, and he overshot that one, missing.
In talking about Lawson's defense, he was down in steals last season, but a part of that is because he stopped gambling as much. He's learned where to pick his spots.
Parker outside, and stolen by Lawson, and it's Houston on the break. Lawson with the ball, and he gets it to go. And now it's a 10-point Rocket lead.
Just a good, solid, aggressive finish there on the break.
Not going to get much easier than that, Greg. Simple. Getting back to Ty Lawson, he's under 6 feet without shoes, relatively short wingspan as well, yet he's always had to deal with size limitations on defense. But he uses phenomenal anticipation and speed to win more than his share of battles at that end of the floor.
Now the Rockets with it. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Howard with this screen on Leonard. And Lawson, here we go. But they get it back. The three from Harden. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Aldridge has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. The shot no good. And the Rockets take it the other way. And it's the Rockets on the break. Goes up from the top of the key. And it's Lawson. That time on the assist by Harden. And that's now 24 for Ty Lawson. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Aldridge a screen. Parker dishes to Green. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Boy, a fantastic job by Aldridge to lay into that defender on the screen.
Rockets leading by 7. Now, here is Lawson. To the inside. Howard. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Aldridge a screen. Parker kicks to Green. Here's Duncan. And right through it goes.
And he's been passive today, but maybe that's what he needs to get him going, because for them to be successful, he's got to be a little more selfish.
Durant just inside the line. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. Leonard's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. From deep. It's rebounded by Houston. Lawson's got his 3rd rebound tonight. To the left wing. Dishes it to Durant. Modiunas a screen on Parker. 6 to shoot. Houston needs to get a shot. Here's Lawson. Nice shot from the wing. Lawson's got 26.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Parker passes to Leonard. Fires from 18. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Houston leading by 9. Lawson dishes to Modiunas. And that one's good. And San Antonio has possession. And here is Parker. Duncan with a screen on Lawson. And stolen by Howard. And now it's Lawson running. He can go all the way. Parker with it. Back to Green. Duncan kicks to Green. Just 5 to shoot. And he gets the bucket. Manu Ginobili's checked in for San Antonio. Rockets leading by 9. Here's Modiunas. Aldridge with some nice deep. Ginobili the pass to Parker. Here's Aldridge. Ginobili outside. Shot clock at 6. Shoots. Bullseye. Now Lawson. Passes it to Modiunas. Howard dishes to Durant. Shoots it. Drops one in from the wing. Durant's got 6 in the quarter. Here's Ginobili. Kicks it to Duncan. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And here's Leonard from 3. Rockets with the rebound. Howard's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Durant with it. Leonard picks him up. Plenty of daylight on that shot. And now it's an 11-point Rocket lead.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
Leonard with a screen on Lawson. Parker kicks to Leonard. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. 17 points for Kawhi Leonard.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Harden the pass to Howard. Inside. And again, Kevin Durant. Durant's got the lead up to 11 now for the Rockets.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
Parker dishes to Leonard. Step back shot, and Durant sends it back. They grab their own miss. Leonard kicks to Duncan, and there's the call on Howard. Parker against Lawson. Parker kicks to Leonard, tries yet again, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Leonard having a good one. He's got 13 rebounds, and the steals are starting to pile up for him also.
And Clark, he's really gotten into their heads because of it. I mean, guys are on the lookout for him, always worrying about where he is.
The free throw good from Kawhi Leonard. Good on both. Now here's Durant. He kicks it to Lawson. There's a screen by Modiunas. To the inside, Howard. Throws off the pick and hammers it home.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
Spurs trail by 11. Outside Aldridge. That one bounces around and comes back out.
No other way to put it. Just a rough quarter in terms of scoring. He has not been helping at all.
And Leonard has it in the corner. That shot's good on the assist by Ginobili. And that's 21 points for Kawhi Leonard. Rockets leading by 9. Harden outside. The dish now to Lawson. 1:53 left in the fourth quarter. Modiunas' shot is good. Modiunas has got 19 points.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address. And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
Houston's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. It's Harden with the drive. Here's Howard. No good. And the Spurs going the other way now. Here's Parker. It's hauled in by Kevin Durant. Durant's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. To the middle. Here's Howard. Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 11 rebounds.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Good chance here for Aldridge. Rockets with the rebound.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range. And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Rockets.
Clark, the differential in assists led to a lot of open looks and also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
They made the defense adjust by moving the ball like that, and there was no answer for it.
Just a quality win, and you look at the box score and some really good numbers for Lawson. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Here's the screen. Durant drawing the double team. 6 to shoot. Lawson the pass to Durant. That one falls, coming off Lawson's feet. 31 points for Kevin Durant.
I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up here. It's plain and simple. They're trying to throw salt all in that wound.
Guys, we have seen them with a lot of good ball movement.
Well, you like the smooth operating they're showing you here. I mean, things are clicking, and more importantly, it makes them tough to defend.
Clark, what you know about Sade? Smooth operator. But I agree with you. I think we're all seeing that right now.
Yes, indeed.
So we see the Rockets taking the win here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
Well, you know, it makes a big difference. I mean, you never felt like they had any doubts that they'd come out on top.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Hi, Kevin. Well, much will be made of the scoring that you had here, certainly. But can you describe or put a value on the contributions of your teammates?
Well, it's a team game. Everybody has to come to play. Everybody played hard in the second half. We stuck together, so we just got to continue to do that.
A solid all-around effort. Thank you so much. Kevin, over to you.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. So long and good night, everyone.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Ty Lawson.
He was up to every single challenge he faced tonight. He was in such control of the ball game. His showcase of his skill set was awesome.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a performance like this with this crazy high shooting percentage. Wow.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.